Pursue. Kharkov Tower, 9:20 p.m.
Dr. Grant says that the Kharkov Tower could be a vampire safe house. We got a tip-off that an exchange is about to happen nearby.
I'm just jumping out of bounds.
Yeah, now we just have to finish the level essentially. Most of the levels in this speedrun you will see the start and you will see the finish, because we are allowed to go out of bounds on most of them right away, and we skip like gigantic chunk of the game.
Yeah. So this game is very broken. You're gonna see a lot of glitching, especially at the start and then more towards the end, but there's a bit in the middle where there's not much. There's like a level that's like 8 minutes long where we just have to walk. It's not fun.
Underground parking.
Yeah, it's
in this level you meant to destroy like 3 electric boxes, but I'm just gonna avoid doing that. Just gonna side jump into this pot, and then hopefully if I do it correctly it will push me through the wall. But it's not working because I'm bad. There we go. And we just walk into the end trigger. And that's the second level done. That level's quite long as well. Casually.
Yeah, we also have the special objectives throughout all levels, but we are not doing any of them. It's just something that you can do in the game casually, but it's not used in speedrun in any way.
Yeah. Also, a lot of the time you'll see me shooting doors. It just makes it so that you can get through them without getting like stuck or having to push them out of the way. It's only a minor time save, but it still saves a bit of time.
Well, not most, but majority of the doors in this game can't be opened until you dealt with enemies in the previous room. So here you will see Matt killing all the enemies in the room here with UV grenade.
If we don't kill them, then this door won't open.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to do another glitch. Do you want to explain this one, how it works?
Some of the things here don't have collision in this game whatsoever if you do the side jump. From this specific location, you can just side jump to the left and you will be able to go through the collision.
It's like the game checks to say, okay, what height are you at? And it's like, okay, you jumped next to some stairs, and then the game is trying to like put you on the level that the stairs are at. But the game gets confused, and if you jump over a gap and then land on a higher platform, you just fall through the higher platform and clip through it, and it's very useful.
Yeah, you will see the upgraded version of that jump, where we will do the jump back to our initial position where we started the jump, which will also be very tricky to do, but it saves quite a bit of time on a couple of levels.
Yeah. This level we're just going to destroy some computers, can't skip it unfortunately, so we have to do it the casual way and hopefully not die in the process, because this game is actually quite difficult and it's very easy to die in this game. So the enemies, like the damage the enemies do is very random sometimes. So I'm going to play it safe here and use a UV grenade and pick up a med kit.
Most of the levels you will see us start in the elevator, and end of the level is also inside the elevator, which is the case for this one, for example. So the end level trigger does not appear until you destroy 17 of those computers and see the cutscene.
Yeah.
The tricky part here is not even running out of health. You can jump through most of these enemies and be safe, but having enough ammo when enemies are blocking the PCs that you need to shoot, that can be a little bit awkward.
Yeah, the enemies in this game are literally programmed to lock you, and it's very annoying. Thank you, Mike, for doing that. I'm very appreciative of it.
Yeah, literally confirmed.
And that's that level done. And then we get the level which was the level where the first ever skip in this game was found, which is cover up. But we're gonna have to play through the level a bit first to get to that point. Oh, do you want to explain this little trick here?
Oh yeah.
Tarkov process.
In this game, you can cancel the animation of, well, in this case, exploding the grenade in your hand by doing the punch back or like kick back with your foot. And that way we destroy the enemies around us by detonating the bomb midair. So everyone in the room dies except one dude, usually for me, but sometimes even he dies, so...
I think that depends on where you stand when you use the first grenade.
Yeah, probably.
And then how long, I think, and then it also depends if you do the second UV grenade too quickly, it also doesn't work. You have to wait a sec. So I'm going to do another side jump here and fail it apparently. I jumped too far. It's fine, I'll do it again. Just got to kill these enemies now because they're going to get in my way.
It's actually pretty rare to see over jumping that gap.
Yeah.
Where you have to land. Nice. This level is actually rather long because you have to destroy a lot of like security systems around here, and then you arrive into this room and watch the cutscene, but we don't even have to watch that cutscene, so...
Oh no, this level.
Oh yes.
Acid rain.
Oh no.
Oh no. So this level is
Sanctum.
it's a level. I don't like it. It's got no glitches, it's very long, and it's very easy to die in, especially at the end, so... And we also excuse me sir, I was trying to scratch my head when you did that. I can't pick up the ammo, I don't need it anyway, it's fine. Yeah, we need to take a certain amount of damage in this level to build our rage meter up, but not too much that we die. Which can be hard in itself.
You have a couple of health packs that you can pick up and try to salvage some sketchy situations that you might be in if you take too much damage, but normally you don't want to pick up any of them because you will have to get to low health again to be able to build up the rage meter, because when your health starts flashing green, your rage starts automatically building up.
Oh, actually, I found out today it doesn't have to be flashing, it just has to be low enough.
I think when
it'll
it's
still
flashing,
go up
it should
with
be
about maybe
going up
more.
a little bit quicker, yeah.
But it still can build up if you just have low enough health, which is very useful. Because we need a full rage meter for the end of the level. And if we don't have it at that point, we have to stand there and let the enemies hit us until we get like flashing health, like Toxic said, then we can just go and it'll build up on its own. And then that's risky in itself, because then you have to run and try and get through with flashing health and hopefully not die.
Unfortunately, it's one of those levels where you actually have to finish the level at the beginning of the level, and level trigger does not appear until you go through everything in here.
I'm gonna die.
Oh no.
That was, I don't even know what happened there. Why is he shooting? Don't shoot me. No, it's right next to the health back as well. That's the first time I've ever died on this level in a marathon run. Oh, I can't believe it.
Damn.
That's a lot of time lost because I have to do it from the start again. I don't know what happened. I had, this is what I'm saying about the damage in this game. I had nearly full health and then it just went down to that in like the space of a few seconds. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, the enemies with the gun are dealing some absurd amounts of damage sometimes, and I'm not sure why. Sometimes they're actually taking little bits of your health, and sometimes chunks. It's really weird.
So now I've got to do this again.
And
I
it's
don't
not
even
really,
think it was the enemy with the gun, was it?
No, it was. He was just shooting at you throughout the whole jumping section in the like corridor thingy.
It's really my
I
own
don't
fault
know.
because I was kind of zoned out. I wasn't really paying attention to what was happening. I probably should have been.
Unfortunately, it's just you're at the mercy of the game there because you can't kill him.
Oh.
Like you can't really single him out because he's being covered by a billion of other enemies, and when you first see that guy with the gun, to kill him you have to stop, like turn 180, kill him, and then continue running, and that's also slow.
This ain't gonna open now.
I
I'm
think
just gonna
it's-
restart
yeah.
the level. You meant to kill one specific enemy, and you have to punch them to kill them, or the door won't open. It's really weird. For some reason, the enemy decided to backtrail right into the crowd, so I didn't know which one was what, and I couldn't kill them.
Inner sanctum.
Yeah, you can kill them with the gun right away, but punching enemies builds up your rage meter, and we kinda need rage meter, so for us it's more beneficial to do some punching first. This level is probably second most reset heavy in this game, mostly because of those enemies around you, and you don't kill any of them until you get to like mid of the level.
Alright, so I need to kill this specific enemy. And she backtrailed into the crowd that second time. So I couldn't. And I have to kill one enemy there or this door won't open either. There's a lot of areas where you need to do specific things to make the door open, but thankfully you don't have to kill them all, just one will do.
Like on this level we have a few ways to go out of bounds, as I think you've tested like a month or two ago, but none of them are actually
Yeah, if
saving
you
us
could clip
any
through,
time.
if you could get through the door to the helipad, you could probably skip some stuff, but you quick turn, sir. It won't. You can't do it because the way this game works out of bounds is it checks like the level of areas. So like, it's got like a plane that you can walk on out of bounds. But for this area, the final area of it, the plane is way too low that you can't get onto the helipad that's way above for some reason. So I barely took. I did take a lot of damage there, but not nearly enough as I did last time. It's ridiculous. Unfortunate. And you'll see right now how close I was to the health kit when I died. I was literally right next to it.
Yeah,
If
very
he didn't shoot me,
unfortunate.
I would have picked it up. It's literally right here. I died right there, and it's right here. So, unlucky.
As you could see on the first level, we could jump while we were out of bounds, but on this level we have to carry the canister at the very end of it. And even if we go out of bounds with canister, we can't really jump with canister in
Yeah,
our
you get
hands at
stuck.
the end of the
You
level.
can't
Yeah.
move. You can get out of
really-
bounds with the canister. You can clip out and pick it up through the wall, but you can't move. Well, you can, but if you can move on the same plane, but if you even remotely touch a different plane, you just get soft locked and you can't go anywhere. So use that there to be a bit safe. I'm gonna kill these enemies because they will follow me up to the helipad. I don't really want them to. Kill those
Normally
ones.
here on this helipad, if your rage meter is not high enough to have the speed boost, or like the rage mode where you're invincible completely and you can run through enemies, here you can build it up to the max, but of course it wastes you a lot of time because you have to stand still and take damage.
Yeah, so as you can see, my rage is actually going up, but not a lot. So I'm gonna take some damage here to get my health low enough, but hopefully not too low that I'll get killed in the next area, because that's not what I want. That's enough. So hopefully now by the time I get there, I should have the full rage bar. So if you look at the bottom left, you can see the 2 blue flashing lights. That top icon needs to be flashing blue also. And that means I have full rage meter, which basically allows me to run really quick. And when I have that, it means that I can't get stopped holding this canister. So I can just run through really quick. Yeah.
However,
with this
can
canister
still
in
get
your
stuck
hand,
on the enemies.
so now I've activated it. So now I can run really quick. So in this game, if you don't have this rage and you get hit, you can get stuck. When they punch you, you can't move. Oh, that was clean, that.
That's really twisted.
It's a shame the rest of the level was utter garbage because I died twice. Well, I died once and then failed.
That's
Wow, that was really good. Damn.
That was really good movement. I didn't get stuck on anyone. That's never happened before. Usually I'll get stuck at least once.
Yeah, if you get stuck on the enemies here while running, you can slide along the wall. That's like super useful in the run. When you're in rage mode, you can slide along walls and just clip through enemies for whatever reason.
And now we're on the second chapter. And I'm going to do another glitch to go out of bounds. So if we get behind this little newspaper box and just kind of punch backwards twice, we can just clip through the wall. And now I'm just going to jump in this direction for about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes. So enjoy. If you got any donations, you can read them now.
Yeah, we did get a donation in. Let me see if I can find that. Here we go. $20 from Surf Wizard. No comment, but that went towards the Super Mario Land 2 randomizer, like hard mode, randomly swapping exits, etc. incentives. So appreciate that. Also, Xenoblade Chronicles voice language bid war of English chosen. So sweet. Thank you, thank you.
Nice. Yeah, still jumping in blackness.
Yeah, at some point of this level, we will actually see not blackness on the screen, and you can readjust yourself if you feel like you're jumping in the wrong direction, because you can see like mountains or sky, whatever that is.
It's a very bad skybox.
Yeah, it's something. But the most scary part of this level is at the very end, if you forget to continue jumping. Because to finish this level, like the end of the level trigger only activates if you keep jumping. If you just walk into the end level trigger, you will get stuck on the floor.
Yeah, you have to jump at a really specific point there, or you won't hit that trigger. And now we get the most boring level in the game. Excellent. This is an escort mission that takes like 8 minutes. It's not fun.
City sewers.
Yeah, there is literally nothing that you can do.
There's a few
here.
things to explain, but
yeah,
there's nothing to really speed it up. It's just kind of
very
don't block Whistler. Don't let him get hit. Pretty simple.
Yeah, basically Whistler is placing explosives around the sewers, and while he's placing explosives, you have to protect him. And blocking him, he will start shooting with his shotgun, so that loses you time. And if you blow up the UV grenade, that also stuns him. That's pretty much it for this level.
Yeah.
But yeah, what you should keep in mind is that ammo is somewhat limited, so you can run out of it at some point if you're being very generous with the spread. But you can pick up a lot of ammo around you in even health packs, but normally you don't need them. And there are a couple of, well, not even a couple, I think it's like 3 at the very least, of those enemies that can only be killed with UV grenade. Those jumping ones, you'll probably not see it on the screen right now. Yeah, because Matthew killed them right away.
Yeah.
But
they're called Reapers. They have like their shirt off, and they are invincible unless you kill them with UV light, which is why I say the main reason. It's not the main reason, but they can be a nuisance. not really a threat because they don't do a lot of damage, but again, you don't want him getting blocked or stopped in any way because he is your time in this level. If he gets stopped or blocked, you're losing time.
Yeah, like you have to fight them with fists and kicks if you don't have UV grenades or you spend all of them.
Explosive device.
And they will be on the ground for some time, but then they will stand up and continue following you, so they can't be killed with normal means. But yeah, one thing we haven't really explained is that in this game there is an actual like combo system, except without really having combos. Like you can see people play this game and just mash, well not mash, just move analog stick sporadically, left, right, and center, and you can see Blade just doing the same attack over and over again, but in reality you have to move analog stick in a specific rhythm. Then he will do different like kicks and punches depending on his position and on the enemy's position.
Yeah, so like a lot of people complained about the combat in this game, and they really complained they didn't like it, but it's actually really cool because the combat in this game uses the right stick, and it has like 360 directional combat, so you can punch in any direction you want on the right stick and you will punch in that direction. But when I see a lot of people playing this game, they just mash the button, which kind of just looks like, it just looks like this. That's not what you want. If you time the inputs, you can do like combos. It's really cool. And the more combos you do, the more damage you do, so it's actually really optimal to do them. I just shot Whistler in the head. Nice. This one's terrible that I just don't care about him anymore. So now I've got to hope that I can do this quick enough so I don't stun Whistler, which sometimes happens. We didn't. Good. That was very close though.
Yeah. Also, if you explode UV grenade while enemy, well, that Reaper enemy, for example, is getting covered by railing near those stairs, that UV grenade will not kill that Reaper because railing will block the damage for reasons unknown. It's really awkward when that happens, but UV grenade just doesn't cover the whole room, basically. It just covers everything that you can see around you at that specific moment of explosion.
Alright, so I'm going to do a kind of little skip here. So the game's meant to spawn enemies here, but if I come over here and stand where they're meant to spawn, they won't actually spawn. So I kill that Reaper, and then I kind of just stand here and wait for him to plant the bomb.
Yeah, if you go too far away from Whistler, the game will spawn enemies on him, so you don't want to be close enough and far enough at the same time.
Yeah.
I think it spawns like 2 of the most basic vampires that you shoot at the beginning of this level every time you're too far away from him.
Explosive device.
Some kind of gonna. If you get too far ahead of him, by the way, it will spawn enemies on him. So I have to stay in a certain distance of him. I didn't explain that before.
Oh yeah, we did get 2 more donations if you have a moment.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Sure. $5 from Strife the Historian. It says, "Hello, Matt. I hope you don't die too much in this masterpiece of a game. Nice to see you open up the marathon." And that was
Thank
for
you, Strife.
the River City Girls character choice for Misako. We also have $10 from Bingo Bongos. It says, "Looking forward to the rest of the marathon. Good luck." And that went towards a control costume choice for the Astral Dive suit. Thank you, thank you.
So I actually need to make sure I have enough bullets at the end of this level, because it's kind of not fun if I don't.
Yeah, this is second to last room where we have to fight anyone. We're basically going to the very beginning of the level where we started everything, so we're just doing one gigantic loop around the whole sewer system.
Where is it?
So end of the level is at the very beginning, but just like those other few levels before, we can't really.
Whistler, you're not going to shoot him from there. You've got a shotgun, mate. What are you doing? I couldn't see him. I had no idea where he was. Yeah, this is really bad for me because I've got no ammo. I'm gonna wait for Whistler, and I'm just gonna try and run ahead and use a UV grenade if I can, because I don't have enough ammo to deal with this.
I think Whistler will be fine. As long as you deal with Reaper, rest of the enemies can be punched to death.
I knew he was gonna get stunned, but it's fine. I didn't have enough ammo to kill them all. Usually I would kill all those enemies with the pistol, and then I'd come over here and use the UV grenade, but I didn't have enough ammo for that.
I think it's a fine trade-off in this situation.
I mean, this run's terrible anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Blame Acid Rain.
God damn Acid Rain, I hate that level. You know what's gonna happen.
I don't want to even think about it. No.
Energy Stores is gonna go to...
Stop.
Go to... No. It's gonna ruin my life. If you're wondering, Energy Stores is definitely the worst level in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
And that's not till right at the end, so... PB attempts aren't fun. Ow. Whack me in. Right, so we're gonna do some more glitching now.
Finally, good stuff.
Do you want to explain how this works?
Some
That like changing direction.
Yeah, when you do the side jump, the game calculates your like landing coordinates before your jump ends, but then we do the jump back into our initial position, and game does not recalculate them again. So we were supposed to land at the bottom floor of those sewers, but since we jumped back into our initial position, we just went through the floor because the game just didn't do the thing that it was supposed to do. It still thought that we're gonna land on the place where we were jumping to the right. But
yeah, now we're just gonna jump to the end of the level.
Yeah, we're gonna use that a few more times, and it's quite useful and saves a lot of time and makes some of the levels extremely trivial.
Oh,
And probably the
level.
oh yeah, nice, the level that doesn't have anything other than running in straight lines. Hell yeah.
Yeah, this is just movement.
Yeah, on this
I
level,
mean, there's a
you're
few
being
enemies in
chased.
your way, but you can mostly just run past them.
Yeah, you're being chased by a gigantic, I don't want to call it vampire, let's just call it thing.
Big dinosaur thing.
Yeah, whatever that is.
And every time I do a marathon run, I always show it off, so I'll stand still and show it.
And you have to follow rats on the floor, as you can see them right now. They show you the actual correct path in those, well, not sewers, that underground system. Because it's kind of like a maze, so you can get lost while you're running away from that big thing.
You can just walk over that fire if you stick to the side. Just ignore it. So the level wasn't gonna load then. Actually, I think I've gone too far now, so it won't show him. Oh no, wait, I'll show him in the main corridor. Right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do a little trick here. I'm gonna jump at a certain point and then do like a backwards jump, and I can actually clip through this floor. Well, I say clip through it. I can clip backwards through it. So then I can turn around quicker. But it didn't give me the quick turn because this game's good. But let's have a look at this dinosaur. There he is, look. Look at him. Ugly. See, if he catches you, you're dead.
Yeah, it's an instant kill.
So casually, this
What?
level, if you're a kid and you're playing this level casually, it's kind of confusing because you have to figure out where to go really quick or you will die. Now it's time for blood donors. Ooh, exciting.
Well, it's exciting with the current strat that you're gonna be using. There was a strat with a chair where you just try to get stuck between chair and the wall, and I heard it's not a very fun one.
It is not. It's very precise to get clipped out of bounds with it, but I'm not going to do that. And conveniently enough, this way is actually about 10 seconds faster, so...
Yeah, we're gonna jump on the railing and do the side jump to land one level below us, and then we're gonna jump into our initial position. By doing that, we'll just clip through the floor. And then we're
Out of
gonna
bounds.
go, out of bounds, and just navigate through the darkness into end of the level Not exactly, but it will be our final destination, like the final room of the level, where we have to do a few more things.
It's not. It never loads for me now. It's really confusing me.
Which one? Because I have delay.
When I drop down there, there's a reference point that I have for where to jump to, and it never loads anymore, even though I'm right next to the wall. It's fine.
Oh, yeah.
It's fine as long as I jump far enough. Like as long as I don't. I know where I'm going out of bounds. I've played this game so much that I know the layout, even if I can't see it. So I do know where I'm going if I mess stuff up. But sometimes, like that was kind of slow because I messed up the positioning when I got out of bounds the first time.
I couldn't see
all the out of bounds in this
rooms.
game. Yeah, I just went too far right because I couldn't see where to line myself up. Yeah, but like most of the out of bounds in this game is just trying to traverse when you can't see where you're going, which you'll see in this next level, which probably has one of the hardest out of bounds to do. That we do.
Yeah, I would say it's the most difficult one. We're gonna jump on the railing again. No surprise there. And we're gonna do the same trick where we jump off to the first floor from the second floor and then quickly change our direction back onto the railing. But since the game does not recalculate our landing coordinates,
you have to. It's really precise timing to get this.
It's really precise. It's the most difficult out of those jumps. And you have to align yourself on the railing pretty correctly as well. Nice.
Now we're just going to kind of jump in this direction and hope for the best.
Yeah, you can keep correcting yourself while you're jumping in this darkness, like more and more to the right, because the room that you have to go to finish the level is somewhere on the right, but it's just...
Oh, that was perfect.
Nice. You either count your jumps or you just measure it with time, or if you're too lazy, you can jump to the right and then you will see one specific room and you can align yourself with it as a reference.
Help me, Blade.
Oh, we met the doctor finally. Let's go.
So we wait for a certain amount of enemies to spawn and then I'll throw the last UV grenade. So one, and then now another one will come. There we go. You can't time it perfectly as he rounds the corner, but if you mess that up, kind of slow. Then you have to shoot him. Now, casually, this level that I'm about to do is probably the hardest in the game, but we're gonna skip it all because. Oh no, wait! Bloodsuckers is the hardest. This is one of the hardest, but we skip both of those levels anyway, so it doesn't matter.
This level has a massive disrespect for me because it killed a lot of my PB attempts back in the day, but it's actually not that difficult if you know what you're doing. While Doctor is trying to open the door here, we just have to get rid of those enemies by trying to attack her.
We also don't want her to take too much damage because I'm going to do a thing at the end, and hopefully if she dies before we get to finish it, very sad.
Yeah, you also want to save at least like 15-20 ammo to be able to finish the level. It's not necessary, but if you have it, it's gonna be much safer that way. Otherwise you will have to punch the statue to finish the level with your hands, and Doctor might die by the time you do it.
Kill all these enemies because they will hurt her, and we don't want that yet. She will get beaten up in a minute because we get too far away from her, but that might have been too fine.
Yeah, to be able to go where we're supposed to go, I guess, we have to load a few specific triggers, and specifically a voice line from Whistler if you want, but it's not necessary if you do the setup that Matthew is using. But
Help me, Blade.
Whistler can tell you that you're going the wrong way, and if you hear that voice line, you're in a good position to go out of bounds. And then once you're back in bounds, you shoot that statue and just finish the level and hope that she's still alive, which she usually is. But if you take too long...
Now we've got the only boss fight in the game.
Yeah, amazing boss.
Hate him.
Incubation chamber.
So we have to destroy these little steam valves to be able to actually damage him.
Yeah.
And this boss is actually really boring, so if you've got any more donations...
Yeah, totally. We got a $10 donation from somebody named the Demented Salad. Ever heard of
Who's
them?
that?
They say, imagine calling a game Blade when you're using guns. Shaky my head. Happy to donate to such a good cause. Thank you, Salad.
He's gonna keep trolling me, isn't he? He's just not gonna. And now watch him attack me. Okay.
So this
you
is
have to hit
Vorpal.
him to get him to go to the middle. It's really annoying. Where's he gone? What is he doing?
That's really...
I hate him. You know. Where is he? What is he? Mate.
He is... I think he
Where's
should
he gone?
fly one...
Oh, he's in front of me.
He's doing... Oh my god, he's doing his thing. Yeah, this is Vorpal. And those are his minions. They keep respawning
Finally.
over and over again.
This is what I wanted him to do in the first place, but he wasn't. He was having none of it. Where's he going?
He broke or what?
No, I think I jumped forward too soon. So what we do is we stand at this door, and that manipulates his AI. So we'll be in the middle, and he will stay there. And as you see, when he's done doing that, he'll stay in the same place, which is what I want him to do. But for some reason, he ran to the left. So we're just going to do this over and over again, and hopefully I won't die during the process. The start of that boss fight was a bit awkward. You have to hope that you get good RNG off him at the start of the boss.
There is also one thing. Yeah, that's called
What?
the finisher that Blade can do. Yeah, they are random. Like sometimes Blade can finish the enemy with the gun or with the blade.
What is he doing?
And if that happens right when you're about to go and hit the boss might just finish you off because you're in animation trying to kill his minion, and that is not under your control.
It's just random whether it does it or not. I've taken a lot of damage on this fight. I probably should have restarted when he kept messing up, because now I've got a lot. It's very easy to die, and I've still got to hit him 3 more times.
Your health is refilling quite fast, to be fair.
Yeah, but I'm gonna keep getting hit probably. I hate this boss fight. Oh, did I tell you in that run I did yesterday when I was practicing, I golded this by 5 seconds again. It was perfect.
Nice.
Where's he off? Yeah, so I wasn't close enough to the door, and now he's gone over it, which is slow. I just need to hit him. His health bar may be empty, but he's not actually dead. I need to hit him one more time, because this game was programmed really well.
Yeah, I think it was playtested by like 2 people in credits or something, so you can tell.
At least I didn't die, so it's fine. I think, yeah, the QA testing was literally 2 people for this game. That's not even a joke. So now we're going to start getting into the new skips now. So I know when I submitted this, I said that there was a bunch of new skips that had been found. They're all near the end of the game. So we're going to start here. So this skip I'm about to do only saves 10 seconds over the old one, but it's a lot more consistent, because we used to use a rock to boost us out of bounds, which was kind of random, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to do one of those side jumping tricks. If I can get over there. So we can actually do one from here. But of course the enemy follows me onto the gap, because, you know, this game's really good. Why? They've never done this before. Great. There we go. That shouldn't have took that long. It just... Blade was locking onto the enemy. Nothing I can do.
That's really twisted.
It didn't save time over the old route now.
Well, yeah. Well, to be fair, that's not exactly the truth, because sometimes that old way can take you forever to work. Like in one of my PPs, I lost like a minute and a half because it wasn't pushing me out of bounds. Good stuff.
Yeah, and now we're going to go to the hardest level, worst level, energy stores. Can't wait.
Energy stores is the most reset heavy level on the run, and it can lose you up to 6-7 minutes. Well, okay, maybe 5-6 if you die at the very end.
Yeah, this level isn't fun. And we're going to do a bunch of glitches too. We'll do about 2, I think, during this level. We can't skip the entire thing because, again, this level involves canisters and we need to do things with canisters, but we can do some little stuff out of bounds to do things, but can't skip the entire level, unfortunately. Wish we could.
Yeah, the first thing you saw Matthew doing here is to go out of bounds by like pushing himself backwards on that little ledge inside the window frame, which is probably the only place where it has any use. I think it's not
You can do that in other places, but it's not really useful.
Yeah, it's just not useful, and it's a little bit more difficult to do on the NTSC, right? But it's still doable.
Yeah. No, the hardest part about doing that on NTSC is it's hard to stand on the actual window ledge. You can do the glitch, just hard to stand on the ledge and get into that gap.
Now we just go around the whole level, as always in the darkness, and we need to arrive in a very specific room where we have to actually progress the story of this level and trigger some of the events and deactivate the electricity field that blocks our way and does not allow us to carry canisters between rooms.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna turn off the power, which removes some like blue electronic barriers that will damage us.
Electricity off.
And it allows us to get into the room where we can get the first canister. And you meant to actually use 2, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to skip doing one of them.
Yeah, that's the new stuff for this
But
level.
it's actually really difficult. Well, I say really difficult. Depending on how much ammo you have is what makes this level difficult now. Because
Yeah,
you don't
that's
get to,
probably
you don't get to pick up as much pistol ammo as you used to.
Usually we have like 5 clips of ammo, and right now not even remotely close because we're not killing as many enemies and we're not coming back to this room as many times. Normally we would go back in here like at least twice. Well, once.
Yes, I'm just going to kill
Once
these
for the
enemies
first
because they will
canister,
get in my way.
once for the second one, but now we're gonna leave this place and never come back.
Yeah.
Basically,
So what
we're
I'm going to
skipping.
do...
Yeah.
You go ahead.
We're skipping the placing the first canister, so we're just preparing the second canister for the second room right away, and we're gonna place it to the electric field. That was not a thing just now, but now it's activated. We're just placing it here, and we're gonna pick it up from the other side
Yeah.
a little bit later. And to pick it up from the other side, we're gonna go to the first room where we're supposed to carry the first canister, but we're not placing that canister, we're just going out of bounds in that first room. Going around a couple of areas and to that electric field to pick up that canister that we just placed.
How is he shooting me? I'm going to kill them. I'm just going to be safe.
I always kill them. Just make sure you don't waste too much ammo because the last room can be scary. The hardest part about this is standing on the railing when you want to go out of bounds, because if you're too far right or too far left when you're getting on the railing, you will fall down on the first floor.
Yeah, and if you're too far left there, you can actually jump back in bounds, and it's also not fun. So now basically all I'm doing is I'm going out of bounds. I'm going to get behind that electric fence and pick up the canister from the other side, which is kind of awkward to line up. There we go. Now I'm on the other side. So I can just grab this and then go.
This is super scary. This jump. Back in bounds. Oh my god.
Please don't stun lock me.
Yeah, in those door frames, you can get easily stun locked by the enemies, especially when you're carrying canisters in this game. So you want to drop that canister beforehand, but...
Now I need to hope I get good RNG. Excuse me. Excuse me? I've never seen him punched instantly like that before. Okay, first one gave me good RNG. Is the second one gonna hide? No. Oh, he did. Never mind. Usually when he stands there for a second, he doesn't hide. Excuse me.
Sometimes enemies are just
No!
completely...
No. Oh my! I just pooed myself.
Oh, my god. Oh my
That
god.
was. That
Now
was.
I'm seeing this, and yeah.
Right. Alright,
Okay,
there's another
scary
new
part
skip
is
in
done.
this level.
Make your
Oh, man, I hate that level.
Yeah, out of the fire. Normally, you're
Base
supposed to
three.
go through this level casually. You just literally run from start to finish. But now that we figured out, well, Matthew did, that you can go out of bounds by jumping into walls with no collision. Apparently, this is the thing. You just jump on the railing, go out of bounds with normal jump, and just finish the level from there. But
Yeah,
unfortunately,
that out of bounds is actually quite difficult to do. You need to be standing in the perfect spot, or you won't be able to get out of bounds. Because you need to be right on the edge of the railing, or you'll just fall back in and have to do it again.
yeah, unfortunately, you still have to fight enemies at the very end of the level, because end of the level is at the elevator as usual in this one, but elevator does not arrive until you defeat enemies, so
Yeah. And we've got some more glitches in this next level as well.
good stuff. Normally in the well, with the previous strats, you would have to run through the whole bloodsucker level from start to finish and play it casually by like activating the bridge, turning things around. But now we go out of bounds with the side jumping trick that you already seen
Yeah.
in this run a few times.
So before you start, because this is an escort level, you may basically meant to get to the end, find the dock, and then escort that. But what we used to do is we used to activate the bridge to get across to the end of the level, and then we could do a specific clip through the gate to skip level. We still have to do that clip, but I found a way to skip it so we don't have to actually turn the power and activate the bridge anymore. And to do that, we're just going to come over here, and luckily enough, this little turret platform is high enough that I can actually get over this railing and do that trick to allow myself to tip through the floor like that. And now I
This
can just
save.
jump up here and get back in bounds.
Nice. This saves insane amount of time, and it's much easier and just very comfy.
Am I gonna get the gate clip first try though?
Of course you will. It's always first try.
Now then. That gate, for some reason, whatever, you can just kind of, if you position yourself in a specific way, you can kind of just jump through it. It's very weird. If it wasn't for that, you wouldn't be able to skip that level. So it's so good.
mountain core.
Yeah,
So now we're on
now
the final
time
level
for
of the
the final level and final boss. Oh wait, it's not even a boss. You don't even have to fight anyone. For this boss, quote unquote, you have to stab with your blade 3 of those spots at the left, right, and center. And between the left and the center one, you can do this little trick that you saw Matthew doing to go up on the platform to avoid going around.
Yeah.
That damage, like the water damages you, but it's still worth it. And once you stab all those 3 spots, a wild whistle will appear and says that he still needs to place those explosives because he definitely didn't place enough of them in the sewers. And he will torture you more for like 5 minutes, but while we're waiting for him to do that, we can go into a safe spot where we can avoid all the enemies and they're just gonna stand still.
Hopefully, I need to hope that an enemy doesn't drop on my head right now and clip me through the floor.
Yeah, that's awkward when that happens, but
It seems fine.
nice.
Yes, so now I'm just going to hump this wall. So if we turn around, all the enemies are just going to be looking at me. Apparently I'm really famous and they need to stare at me. So you see Whistler over there, just doing his thing. So basically we just stand here for about 3 minutes, I think, and do absolutely nothing.
Yep.
So if you've got
Final.
donations, perfect time to read more.
Let's take a look. Well, we are accepting donations, of course, for Save the Children. So if you have a couple bucks to throw towards the charity, it's a fantastic one that helps people all over the
Explosive
world.
device planted. 2 more to
not
go.
just the US or Europe, but plenty of other countries and areas that have issues. receiving like medical, food, etc. like that. So fantastic organization.
He's nearly done. Oh, I think he's got to do two more. So he's done the first one. He's going to plant this one. Also, I don't know why he goes to the one on the far side first, then comes back here, and then goes into the middle.
That's absolutely counterproductive. I don't know. He's an old man. Cut him some slack. I don't know.
Also, this level is very difficult casually because these enemies will constantly keep respawning.
And you have 1 health back.
Yeah, in the entire area. And Whistler can also die. It's actually good as well. He says explosive device planted, one more to go. But when he plants the last one, he just says explosive device planted, doesn't even say, I'm done. He just says it's been planted. It's like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, I guess the signal that he's done is his next phrase when he says that, get your ass moving, I ain't got all day.
Yeah, even though I'm ahead of him.
Yeah. You can go out of bounds on this level and go to the end of the level as usual, but unfortunately both you and Whistler have to be in a specific position for the level to end, so we have to wait for him.
Apart from Acid Rain and City Sewers, this run's been okay. It's just disappointing that Acid Rain had to
Explosive device planted.
ruin it, but oh well. Right, so now we're going to see Whistler run past us. I say run, hobble. There he goes. Now I'm going to try and jump down back onto the platform. There we go. And I'm just going to run ahead of him. And we're going to go to where the end of the level would spawn, and we're just going to wait for it to trigger. So get ready on time. It's coming up in a second. Mate, I'm ahead of you. What you on about? Now I'm just going to stand here and wait. So get ready on time. Time.
Nice.
Not,
GG.
that was Blade 2. Now, this game has the best cutscene, ending cutscene you will ever see. I think he just starts the credits instantly.
Yeah. The helicopter
They
flies
just,
away and
just
then...
blow away, and then, yeah, there's the credits.
Yeah, then it
That's
just
my boy
shows
Mike.
enemies and loops for like few minutes.
Yeah, with the building exploding and rocks falling.
Yeah, look at them. They're
I
just standing.
wish we could see. I kind of want to see when the QA pops up to see how many there actually is.
I think it was a couple. Let's see.
It shouldn't take too long. I am like 10 minutes underestimate, so.
Yeah, you're
There we
doing
go.
fine.
Two people. Great. Well, yeah, that was Blade 2. I hope you enjoyed this fantastic game. And yeah, thanks for watching my runs. I am doing another run on Sunday. I will be running the original Spider-Man game on PlayStation 1, Spider-Man 2000. So I will be back then. But yeah, enjoy the rest of the marathon. Thanks for watching.
Yeah, see ya.
Bye.